Grace Gavey Lanes, June 12, 2018, 11:45 a.m. Juggling middle of the night feedings and non-stop crying fits can be a little daunting for any new parent. But finding out you're months away from welcoming your first child might just be total bliss. The same can be said for moms-to-be who make it their mission to surprise their unsuspecting partners with the happy news in suite. Please welcome these endearing youths who are about to find out that you're going to be dads for the first time ever, creative and yes, cry-inducing ways. Warning: we're not responsible for any spontaneous happy crying in public, but we wouldn't shame you for it either. TBH, this guy who was already impressed by his partner's gift, but nope, he was getting way more than an update painting. His partner wrote a letter on the back of the frame which revealed the big news. "We did it," the father-to-be exclaimed in between tears. This guy who was literally speechless. Don't worry though, he eventually finds the words and gets so excited. This guy who was a good sport about playing a music trivia game that eventually led him to his wife's news that she was pregnant with their first baby. Let the hugging and "are you serious?" questions begin. This guy who had a hunch about what was going on before his wife revealed her news. YouTube vlogger Austin didn't even need to open the gift his wife, Jess, handed him. She began crying, which made him tear up and ask, "Are you playing me right now?" before excitedly saying, "I'm going to be a dad. This feels like a dream." This guy who found out in a photo booth girl took boy to a photo booth to take some pics only for him to find out they were expecting after she held up a little beanie with baby embroidered on it. Cute. So during their impromptu shoot, this guy who got the surprise of a lifetime after he and his wife experienced fertility struggles, because when they cry tears of joy, we cry tears of joy. This guy who got a very special Christmas present. You'll need to break out the tissues for this one. YouTube star Rachel surprised her husband, Harold, by blindfolding him with a Santa hat while she read a letter she had written for him. After realizing their wedding song, "A Thousand Years," was playing in the background, Harold began to tear up. And when Rachel told him she was pregnant, he began to cry hysterically. "I'm right here, I'm your dad," he said, addressing his wife's little bump. "This is the best day ever." This guy who began crying after reading his wife's poem showed out to the barking pup who was clearly concerned about what his father-to-be broke down in tears. This guy who thought he was opening a package from Amazon, but when he opened the box, he was met with his wife's positive pregnancy test. They both become emotional, hugged, and were left in a pool of our own tears. This guy who dropped to his knees, we don't blame him one bit. You may like